In the endless blackness of space, far beyond where sunlight reaches, a single explorer floats quietly. It's not a spacecraft with people or a probe designed to come back. It's Voyager 2, an old but tough messenger sent by humans almost 50 years ago. Many think that after leaving our solar system, it just became a quiet watcher, sending back signals from the edge of nothingness. But now, things are different. Voyager 2 has noticed something that shouldn't move, something that shouldn't exist. For years, its trip through space between stars was calm, just bits of stuff, magnetic fields, and quiet from space, until the quiet was broken, until a movement, planned and clear, was seen floating in the dark, something moving for a reason. And when scientists on Earth figured out the odd signals Voyager 2 sent, a scary understanding started to dawn on them. What we secretly worried about might be real. Voyager 2 had gone far past the planets, past Neptune, past Pluto, past the edge where our sun's power ends and space between stars starts. Out there, instead of just finding space stuff and radiation, it detected motion. This wasn't the kind of movement that just happens. At first, the Jet Propulsion Lab saw a quick small change in the plasma wave information. These tools are very good at sensing things, usually reporting changes in particle amounts or magnetic field effects. However, this signal was odd. It had a beat. It seemed like a planned pattern, not something natural or random. Engineers wondered if it was some kind of problem, maybe from space particles or the system getting old. Voyager 2 is quite old, almost 50 years, but when the same signal came again, stronger this time, they knew something was unusual. The data wasn't just random noise, it was a message. Voyager 2 had seen and recorded something. After fixing and studying the data, they found something that excited scientists. An object was about 500,000 kilometers away from the probe, moving in a way that didn't match any known natural object in that area. Even though it could have been space rocks, this thing was moving deliberately, not just floating around. It was headed the same way as Voyager 2. The object changed its speed a little to match Voyager's path. It was like a hunter quietly following its target, changing its movements just enough to stay close, but not enough to make the target suspicious. NASA scientists weren't the only ones who were worried. Other astronomers and people in the military who tracked objects in space also got involved. They agreed it wasn't a mistake. Measurements of plasma, magnetic fields, and even small changes in the probe's balance all showed the same thing. Voyager 2 was not alone, and this company might be dangerous. The scariest thing wasn't what Voyager 2 saw, but what it sent back. A burst of radio waves was added to the normal data being sent. This signal contained digital information that didn't come from Voyager itself. It wasn't supposed to send this, but it did. These sounds were made on purpose. Some thought they looked like crop circles, while others saw them as symbols from ancient times, like spirals and loops. Scientists who study language in space used computers to analyze the data. The results were scary. The way the signal was put together suggested it was sent on purpose, not by Voyager, but by something else. This something either took over or hid within the signal. It's not clear if it's a warning or a message, but it means Voyager 2 wasn't the only thing out in space, and whatever it meant might have seen us too. Scientists disagree about what it means. Some think it's the proof we've been looking for, that we're not the only life in the universe. Others are worried it's a sign we're being watched, or something even worse is coming. For years, the idea of aliens was mostly about finding planets like ours and weak signals from faraway stars. But this signal is close and active. What makes it even scarier is when it happened. Similar strange things were seen in data from Voyager 1 a few months earlier, but people thought it was just noise. Those readings are now being looked at with fresh eyes. Many think we were too ignorant and proud to think about the scariest idea, that someone or something has been watching us for longer than we want to believe. And now, they have reached out. As Voyager 2 kept collecting information, a group at the Deep Space Network got a raw stream of electromagnetic readings, frequencies moving in patterns they had never seen. At first, experts thought it might be outside noise, cosmic rays, or normal change. But when the team separated the signal and made the waveforms clearer, they were shocked by what they found. an organized series of pulses with perfect math, almost like it was made on purpose. Scientists did a Fourier analysis. What they saw matched the basic frequencies of hydrogen, but flipped. A planned change to the most common thing in the universe. What could that mean? The signal was not just random noise, it was trying to communicate. The team compared the signal's path to Voyager 2's path and found that the signal's movement had changed. It was not by chance, it was following the probe. While searching through old files, an intern at NASA found very old information from Voyager 1. A troubling connection appeared. Voyager 1, years ago, had a short data problem very similar to what Voyager 2 just found in the same area of space between stars. At the time, it was thought to be just noise, but now it seemed like the first time something happened. Researchers looked again at Voyager 1's records and used new AI to understand the signal changes. The signal pattern was almost the same as what's happening now. This wasn't by chance. Something was out there, and both Voyager spacecraft had run into it. This suggested we had been noticed before. The team made a detailed map of how the issue moved. It didn't move like a comet or asteroid because of gravity. Instead, it moved oddly, as if bending space and time to stay hidden. They couldn't copy its path using what we know about physics. Even worse, the object seemed to speed up and slow down as it wanted, staying just out of sight of normal telescopes. NASA scientists said it acted like it was reacting to something, only moving when Voyager sent signals. Was it listening, learning, or trying to stay hidden? It made people wonder, what if Voyager 2 didn't just find this thing but actually caused it to happen? Even though the object was hard to see, the probe's magnetometer started picking up quick changes in magnetic energy, changes so sudden that they seemed to show that electromagnetic fields were being actively controlled. Globally, conspiracy ideas took off, saying Voyager 2 had connected with aliens. But it wasn't only theories. An ex-engineer from JPL shared a secret report that said the weird field changes were like torus-shaped energy changes, like those made by warp drives that are only theoretical. Did Voyager find something much bigger than we can understand? Something that can bend space itself? The energy patterns weren't getting weaker, they were getting stronger, and each pulse seemed to point to one scary fact: we aren't alone, and we never were. Back on Earth, something even scarier started to happen. Radio telescopes in Chile, Australia, and South Africa began to pick up quiet, repeating echoes of the same strange frequency that Voyager 2 had recorded. These echoes were weak, hidden under the background noise of space, but they had one disturbing thing in common. It seemed like something in space was copying what the probe was doing. Experts named this the ghost signal. They couldn't pinpoint where it was coming from, but they knew it wasn't just a local thing. Whatever it was, it could show itself across huge areas of space at the same time. The pattern wasn't just smart, it was planned, like it wanted us to see it, but only when we were ready. Then, secret science groups started asking a more worrying question than what it was. Why was it happening now? Voyager 2 had been moving quietly for almost 50 years. It was expected to disappear into space. But now, just as we got good at artificial intelligence and quantum decoding, the signal answered. Was this random or a welcome? Some thought it wasn't just reacting to Voyager, but to how advanced we had become. It had been quietly watching, and now that we could understand its message, it acted. Governments stopped the news from reporting it. Private space places were secretly closed. Some AI scientists were even taken off their work for no reason. The question about what's out there grew louder. Did Voyager 2 start contact with aliens, or did it wake up something we shouldn't have? Voyager 2 did more than just send a message from Earth. It started a discovery that destroyed our idea that we are alone in space. There was a strange, moving thing. Messages that were like mirrors and secret signals. None of this makes sense using our science. Something is out there, not far away, but close by in our own solar system, watching and waiting. And maybe the scariest thing is that they are answering us now. Not when Voyager took off, not when it passed Neptune, but now when we finally know enough to understand. The question is no longer if we are alone. The real question is, what did we just wake up? Pay attention, because this isn't over. The next signal could come any time, and the next thing we find might not just change what we know about space, it might change who we are.